Machiavelli on self-deception, the first weakness of a ruler. Most people think they lose because life is unfair. Machiavelli would disagree. He believed something far more disturbing: you don't lose because of your enemies. You lose because you misjudge yourself. And here's the uncomfortable question. What if the person sabotaging your life isn't your rival, but you? Today, we're breaking down Machiavelli's most dangerous psychological warning. The first ruler you must conquer is yourself. Because the moment you lie to yourself, you become easy to defeat. Self-deception is the first crack. Machiavelli argued that leaders fail when they see the world as they wish it to be, not as it is. Let me translate that psychologically. When you rename fear as patience, when you rename laziness as strategy, when you rename comfort as peace, you are distorting reality. And distorted perception leads to bad decisions. But here's the deeper problem. If your perception is wrong, every decision built on it will also be wrong. One lie becomes 10 mistakes, and 10 mistakes become collapse. The world is strategic, not moral. In The Prince, Machiavelli states that a ruler must learn how not to be good when survival demands it. Why? Because the world is not designed to reward innocence. It rewards strategy. Now pause. How many of your decisions are based on how things should work, instead of how they actually work? If you expect fairness in a competitive world, you will eventually be blindsided. And here's the uncomfortable truth: naivety feels noble, until it gets exploited. The danger of believing your own myth. Machiavelli admired Cesare Borgia. He considered him disciplined, calculated, ruthless, but Borgia still fell. Why? Because he miscalculated his power after his father died. He believed he had secured enough control. He hadn't. And here's what should concern you. Overconfidence doesn't announce itself as weakness. It disguises itself as strength. The moment you believe you're untouchable, you stop preparing. And the moment you stop preparing, you start declining. Fortune destroys the unprepared. 310, 4, 0, 0, and 0. Machiavelli divided life into two forces. Fortune, what happens to you? Vert, how prepared you are to respond. Fortune strikes everyone. But it destroys only the unprepared. If you lie to yourself about your discipline, you won't train. If you lie to yourself about your flaws, you won't fix them. And when chaos hits, you won't collapse because life was unfair. You'll collapse because you were fragile. And fragility is often built in comfort. Emotion is the easiest lever to pull. Machiavelli never trusted emotional rulers. Because emotion makes you predictable. Anger makes you reckless. Fear makes you hesitant. Pride makes you blind. And here's the real danger. If someone can predict your reaction, they can control your behavior. Flatter your ego, you relax. Threaten your status, you overreact. Trigger your insecurity, you freeze. The leader who cannot regulate emotion becomes programmable. And programmable people are not powerful. Your hidden weakness is someone else's opportunity. Let's go deeper. If you crave validation, people will control you with praise. If you fear rejection, people will control you with exclusion. If you fear conflict, people will control you with pressure. You don't get manipulated randomly. You get manipulated through unacknowledged weaknesses. And here's the part that stings. The weakness you refuse to admit becomes the weakness others use. Self-awareness is not self-help. It is psychological armor. Excuses signal loss of authority. Machiavelli understood perception better than most modern psychologists. If a ruler blames fate, advisors, or circumstances, he signals instability. Excuses remove responsibility. And responsibility is the foundation of authority. Let me challenge you. How often do you say "I couldn't" instead of "I chose not to"? That small language shift exposes something brutal. Either you control your decisions or you don't. And if you don't, someone else will. The pain of truth versus the cost of illusion. Truth hurts. Admitting you're inconsistent hurts. Admitting you lack discipline hurts. Admitting you're afraid hurts. But here's Machiavelli's deeper lesson. Short-term pain prevents long-term destruction. The pain of honesty is sharp and temporary. The pain of self-deception is slow and compounding. And compounding regret is far more destructive than temporary discomfort. So ask yourself, would you rather feel uncomfortable today or powerless for the next decade? Because those are often the real options. Machiavelli didn't teach positivity. He taught survival. And survival begins with clarity. The ruler who lies to himself is already unstable. He just hasn't been exposed yet. And here's the final question. If your enemies studied you carefully, what weaknesses would they find that you refuse to admit? Because those are the cracks. And cracks always widen. If this episode challenged you, good. Growth rarely feels comfortable. This is the Psychology IQ Network. And in this dark psychology series, we don't chase comfort. We study power. Stay sharp.